Welcome to the desert and inside Chase Field in Phoenix. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Arizona Diamondbacks. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaum. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And today's starter, Ryne Nelson. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Tonight,
anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Here's the 0-2. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. And up next for Chicago, Kyle Teel. He's coming off a 3-hit game in Sunday's series finale. This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. He'll take a trot around the bases. And the White Sox jump out in front. It's 2-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
So up next for Chicago, Colson Montgomery. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. 1 away. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. Benintendi up here. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. 2 runs across in the inning here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. 2 away.
Batting 5th, right fielder Austin Hayes.
And now it's Austin Hayes.
He's been on fire at the dish lately, working on an 8-game hitting streak.
On the ground. Foul. And it goes just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And the count is 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. But the White Sox with a 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back here at Chase Field, and today on the hill, Shane Smith. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, he got into the 8th inning his last time out, really pitching deep into games as of late. We'll see today how many innings he's got in him.
Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Hey! Next offering is fouled back. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Here's Ketel Marte.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
Foul ball there. Quick toss to first. Perdomo gets back easily. Marte went deep in his most recent game. 0-1 down. Swing and a pop-up. Sosa gets under it. And there's one away.
Batting third.
All right, let's take a look at the lineup. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Nolan Arenado. Corbin Carroll, batting with one down, takes a strike. Swing and a foul out of play. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
That's outside. Going to count 1 and 2. Good job to fight that one off. Man at first, 1 away. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out. Next to hit for Arizona, Peyton Smith.
Nope, that's the ball.
Back to the mound. It hit him. No chance for a play, and let's hope the righty's not hurt on the mound. Here's Nolan Arenado. Base hit center field. 1 runs in. Another comes in to score. It's 2-2.
Oh, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That's a base hit. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with 1 out. Alek Thomas now. Golden opportunity right here. Fouls away the first offering.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Tied up here in the early going. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball.
Got him looking for the strikeout. Huge strikeout there. All loaded up. Here's Gurriel. Outside low. And that is ball 1. Fastball for a strike.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Bases loaded, 2 down. Swings and misses, struck him out. That ends the inning. And back here in the desert, top of the second, Brooks Baldwin steps to the plate for the White Sox. And foul ball. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And here is Sosa to the plate.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. 15 straight games with a knock. This guy's red hot.
High fly ball, right field. Takes it in for the out. 1 out, man at first. And up next for Chicago, Miguel Vargas. Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. On a bounce. Safe. Yo one. That one is absolutely belted. And this one looks like trouble. Coming home. He'll score. The White Sox take the lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Stepping in, Derek Hill. Swing and a pop-up. 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Chase Meidroth will hit next. Out to short. Throw on to Santana. And that is that. Sox get one on the RBI double. It's now a 3. Bottom of the inning. Well, Siggy, we talked him up at the top of the broadcast, firing on all cylinders coming in, but haven't seen the same dominance today.
Well, it's still early, but the sharpness hasn't quite been there. Feels like he's just one adjustment away from flipping the script.
And that one pulled foul. The 0-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The 0-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, they get the strikeout there, and what kind of stood out to me was that they weren't shying away from contact. Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
So back to the top of the Arizona lineup. Geraldo Perdomo now at the plate. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Perdomo measures 6 feet 2 inches, 26 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. The 0-2. This ball's chopped on the ground, and that chance handled. Over to first. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. Ketel Marte up to the plate.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle, but I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
And that's in for a strike. 1-2.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
And a base hit right there. So he gets on base and keeps it going. This is Corbin Carroll. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far.
2 quick outs, needed to get that third one, wasn't able to do it. Now you bring up the heart of this order. You got to find a way to get it done right here.
In the air, left side. And that is that. 1 left for the Diamondbacks. They trail it. Back here at Chase Field, now it's the White Sox catcher, Kyle Teel. First pitch misses.
Outside.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
This one in the air, center field. Thomas under it. 1 up, 1 down. Colson Montgomery getting ready to hit. First time up was a pop out. This one lifted in the air, left field. And there are 2 down. Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. 0 for 1. He was robbed of a hit on a diving catch his first time up. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Two down, nobody on. That's out to center field. Thomas in position, and that'll do it. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers.
You know, these D-backs putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. Looking at the numbers, they've got 4 hits when they're behind in the count. That says these guys are absolutely battling at the plate and just not giving up, despite what the count says.
In the air to left center, Baldwin on his way over. But the left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. One down.
Up next
So with
for
that
the
fastball approach in mind, it'll be
Third
interesting to
baseman,
see if we see any adjustments in terms of the
Arenado.
pitch calling. And clearly there's been a need to mix it up a little bit more than they have.
Arenado in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Look pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
This one in the air, right field. 2 down. So up next, Gabriel Moreno. And that
Inside, ball one.
misses. And that's ball 1. Fouled off left side. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2. Goes down looking. And the Diamondbacks down in order. Back here in the desert, start of the 4th, Austin Hayes steps to the plate for the White Sox. On the ground to the left. Arenado to first in time. 1 pitch and 1
The
out.
White Sox center fielder Brooks Baldwin.
So digging in, Brooks Baldwin. A single and a run scored and a walk. Tap foul at the plate. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Here's the 0-2.
Pretty
Ball 1.
standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
In the air, right field. And that is that. Nothing to it for the... Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Thomas at the plate now, and that's strike 1. That one fouled off. And the 0-2. Stays alive.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Yep, that ball went out.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. One gone here.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Fought off foul. The White Sox up by a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And a big swing and a miss.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
0-2 now. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Santana now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Fastball for a strike. Hit in the air, center field. Baldwin moving under it. And that is that. No runs, no hits. Back here at Chase
Leading off
Field,
for
all
the
set
White
for the
Sox,
start of the inning.
first baseman,
Miguel
Miguel
Vargas
Vargas
steps to the plate for the White Sox. Swinging a foul straight back. Outside low. 1 ball, 1 strike. This one in the air, center field. Thomas settles under it. And a quick out, number 1. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Derek Hill. He popped out his first time. Center field. Takes it in for the out. And now it's going to be Chase Meidroth. 1 for 2. And that one hammered. Fair ball. So a man aboard. Kyle Teel steps to the plate for the White Sox. He's already homered here in this one. And that one fouled off. Oh, look at the stop. Goes to second with it. Nicely done for the out. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Perdomo leading things off and takes a strike.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. In there. Got him looking for the K.
Clearly fooled on that curveball and tried to hold up the swing, but it didn't matter anyway. Pitch caught the zone, so he'd have been better off just letting that thing fly and hoping he makes some sort of contact.
An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. Fastball for a strike. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 1. Fouled off. He was late. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Hill takes it in for the out. That's out number 2. And now Corbin Carroll.
This guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And they have their first base runner since the 2nd inning. Pavin Smith digs in now. And that one fouled off. Right through there for a strike. And that one hit to first, but that rolls foul. To the right side, Meidroth. The underhand flip, and he gets him. Nicely done. One left. Back here in the desert. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. At the plate, Colson Montgomery.
Shortstop, Colson Montgomery.
Out towards right center field. And there's one down. Benintendi to the plate.
For Chicago, the designated hitter, Andrew Benintendi.
That's towards center. Thomas on the move. And there's 2 away.
Up next for Chicago,
Austin Hayes
right fielder,
steps to the plate for the White Sox. Just missed. Activity in the Arizona bullpen. Michael Soroka, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Thompson also getting ready. 2 down, nobody on. Foul ball. The 1-1. Gets the slider in there for a strike. Hayes not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. And that one was indeed a strike. One challenge remaining for them now. The 1-2. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Back here in the desert, well, we go bottom. So they turn to the veteran pitcher in this spot, Sean Newcomb.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
The 0-1. In the air to left center. Baldwin turns to the right on the move. And there's one down. Here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno. In the air out towards right center. And there's 2 down. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Alek Thomas. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Ball.
In the air, right field, Hayes should have this one. That is the inning. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Michael Soroka. He's been someone, at least in the early going, that they've leaned on. Hard ground ball, base knock. And a good start to the inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Runner on the go. Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
Slides, but it gets by him. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Up next for Chicago.
So runners at the
First
corners,
baseman,
nobody
Miguel
out. Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the White Sox. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. So he needed a strikeout there, and he got it. And now we'll see how they play it defensively.
Yeah, now they can move the middle infielders back a little bit, get into double play depth, and look for a ground ball.
Grounded to third. Could be 2. Here's Marte for 1. Ow! The double play ends. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
First base. Out. 3. Out. 3. Safe. That's ball 4. Out. You're out. 3. Out.
9 wins in a row. It's such a good feeling right now with this club that no one wants to be the player that causes the team to lose. In fact, they're looking at ways, each player, every day they come to the ballpark, how can I help us win today? And this is a great feeling. It's like being in the playoffs when individual statistics don't matter. It's all about the team W.
4-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.